Hey, it's your girl Paula Marie, aka the EbonyBizDiva, aka the CEO of Reset Travel. Listen, I am working with entrepreneurs, course creators, coaches, authors, any person that has a group of people that would love to understand how to create content in a more economical way, a faster way, a more efficient way. Like that's what we're focusing on. And I've put together a retreat that I would love for you to partner with me on called the Curacao Content Creation Retreat. We're going to be in Curacao for, listen, 5 nights and 6 days. It is going to be fun in the sun, but we're going to get a lot of work done at the same time. So I want you to think about your community and I want you to think about ways that we can grow our community, not only with the business strategies that we're going to develop, but also I want you to think about how many of your counterparts don't take enough vacations, don't see enough of the world, always say they can't pay for it. Well, this is a way for them to enjoy all of those things and it's tax deductible. So, this is what we're doing in the upcoming year. Our season is going to be seeing the world and being unapologetic about it, and we're doing it together. So, let me share my screen so that I can share with you what this amazing opportunity that I put together is really all about. All right. Hey everybody, it's your girl Paula Marie, aka the Ebony Biz Diva, also known as Only One Content Creation Collab, which is listen, when you go to Curacao, this is what you're going to experience. You're going to experience the thing that is going to help you to become excited about your brand again, that is going to invigorate your ignite your marketing for your next. And I don't know what your next is. I don't know if your next is a course. I don't know if your next is a new product. I don't know if your next is a new coaching program. I don't know if it's a member's next is. What I do know is that when we go on retreats, we become super powerful. When I say super powerful, I mean we become super powerful. And so I'm going to share with you a little bit about what we're going to be experiencing on this retreat. Just a little bit of things for you to think about so you can make a decision if you want to join me at our interest meeting so that you can ask all the questions and get all the answers to all the questions that you may have. Now, inside of this retreat, we're going to be staying there for 5 nights and 6 days. It is at an all-inclusive resort. You will have breakfast every morning. You will have the option of lunch or dinner. And the reason why that is because we're going to be in these streets, baby. Like we don't be in the Curacao streets, baby. Okay, so we're not gonna be at the resort all day for 3 meals a day. We're just not gonna be in these streets. It also includes your round trip flight. I said it includes your round trip flights. And so that is what I listen. It wasn't a mistake. Let me say it a third time, just for some clarity for the people in the back row, in case you didn't hear it. It includes your round trip. Right. We're also going to have daily workshops, and our workshops are going to be very centered on getting the content that you need specifically for your next, right? And we're going to define that before we get to Curacao, just so that we are clear about how to strategically get you there while we're there. And it also includes some health and some wellness. So you'll be working out with me because you know I'm a Pilates instructor, but I teach all formats, right? We're going to be working on ways that we can infuse some health and some wellness into our day to day. You're going to also get a 1 hour spa session. I did not, no, I didn't stutter. I did not stutter at all, right? Excursions that are included inside of this retreat is going to be the dinner at the Floating Bridge. That is one of the premier things that you want to do when you get to Curacao. We're also going to go walking tour, and there's also going to be a yacht day, and it's a whole day, baby. Like it's from like 9 a.m. in the morning until like 6 p.m. Like we're going to be yachting, okay? Full bar, meals included. Like we're not playing, right? And then also we're going to record a live video podcast where I'll be interviewing you, and that you're going to walk away with an edited piece of promo for your next, right? So I'm going to help you get to the bag with this content with your next. We're collaborating with a local business. They got a stage. It's already set up. And we're not playing. We're not playing when we go to Curacao. And then it also comes with your content journal workbook because you want to be able to place all the things that you're learning inside of this experience in one place so that when you go back to work on your things when you get home, you've got some clarity on what it is. So that's the snapshot of what you get. Now, that's just a snapshot of what you get because I know that you as a Black female entrepreneur are probably not working in your excellence because you are doing all things that you are burning to the ground and that you are experiencing some depletion and you need some air, you need some assistance, you need to walk away from that thing. And the best way for you to pour into your business, lean in. The best way for you to pour into your business is to step away from your business and to experience the world outside of your normal day to day. We're not just creating content, we're creating a wealth of opportunity for you to really tap into your treasure chest of your zone of genius. How do you become your best? How do you become the brightest of the brightest, right? Inside of your superpower. You got to walk away. You got to do some things different, and you can have fun doing it. And the best part is that this is all tax deductible because this is a business retreat. So I think that's all. That's all I got for you right now. I'm going to leave you with a little bit of something to think about when you're thinking about your questions when we meet inside of the Q&A for the Curacao Content Creation Collab. I'm your girl, Paula Marie, aka the Ebony Biz Diva, and I will see you when I see you inside of the Q&A. All right, peace. Paula Marie, aka the Ebony. Back it up. All righty. So that is a snapshot of what the retreat looks like. Next, I want to show you exactly what the itinerary is. And I want you to start to think about like your group, your tribe, your people, and how they would be able to really enjoy getting away. Like this isn't just like a regular conference or a regular meetup. Like this is something that goes beyond. It like pushes the boundaries because not only are we creating content and we're educating and coaching at the same time to make sure that you get the exact content that you need for your businesses, but there's always going to be time for fun in the sun. You need that. When you travel, your creativity becomes on 10. When you travel, you're more open, more receptive. And when you travel, you start to really see your life in a more simplistic way, which means that all of the stress, all of the heavy weight that you brought with you, it starts to kind of shed a little bit when you travel. And so that's the best time for you to really like create in your business. So now let's talk about the actual itinerary. All right. So I'm going to share the preview page really quickly. And I'm in love with this itinerary. Like I've been playing with this itinerary. And when I say I'm in love with this itinerary. Okay. So just a little bit of this is what the page looks like. So we're talking about like who the retreat is for. So think about this. Do you know Black women who feel stuck, that crave community, right? That aspire to live fully aligned in their purpose and their legacy, but something's missing. They want to prioritize their self-care, but they don't have time. They don't know how. They're running a business, right? They desire to travel. Right. So if you know someone that kind of fits into these pockets inside of your tribe, you already start to know like the list of people that this would be great for. Entrepreneurs that are craving some of these things, right? Also, they're feeling frustration and getting clear. Remember, I just said that when you travel, there becomes this instant clarity that happens, right? And so if you feel like your brand isn't fully expressing its full potential, like you're putting content out, but is it really connecting? Are you really like transforming lives with your content? Is it attracting your ideal client, right? How is it? What metrics are we using for that? If you're struggling with feeling burnt out, I know the last 2 years, last year was a little bit better, but I burned a little bit last year. But the year before that, I burned all the way to the ground. Like for 3, 4 months, did not do anything in my business. So I know what that feels like to not even have the energy to care about your business because you've been working it so hard and you feel like nothing is happening. And it's because you need to step away and you need to align yourself with more community so that you can receive some support. And maybe there's a shift that needs to happen in our business. Normally, when that happens, there's a shift that needs to happen, but we're not hearing or seeing it because we're so busy in the work of it. And there is something about being addicted to your labor, and we don't want to become that, right? And we're all operating our businesses probably as solopreneurs, which means that you're doing this thing alone. And that can be very stressful, not being able to bounce ideas or talk things out or even receive ideas, right? So if you want to create with confidence, if you want to experience more balance, right? If you want to elevate your consistency, this retreat is going to be for you and or your tribe. And this is how we're going to really dig in a little bit deeper for that, right? We're going to develop a content strategy that feels effortless, yet impactful. And we're going to start this before we get on the island. So we're going to be meeting 30 days before we get on the island. So we already have our roadmap, right? When we hit the island, we're going to hit the island running. So we're not trying to figure it out on the island. We're going to hit the island running, right? And so what's included is 5 night stay at Blue Bay. Now I stayed at Blue Bay. Blue Bay is this beautiful side of Curacao that has golf courses and a beach and hotels and condos, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. Probably about maybe 7 minutes from the airport. Your round trip flight is included. Yeah. So I wanted to take all the pain points away from you and or your tribe. So your airfare is included. It leaves from Dulles, which is in the DMV area. Washington, D.C. is actually in Northern Virginia. And it's a beautiful flight because it goes right into Panama, and then you leave Panama and you go right there, and the layover is super short. It includes daily workshops and movement sessions, your 1 hour spa session, and then the excursions. It's going to be dinner at the floating bridge, walking tour, and a yacht day. We already talked about the live video podcast recording. I found the perfect restaurant in the heart of Willemstad that has a stage already set up. Like the stage is already set up, right? So you definitely want to make sure that you get a really good piece of content where you're able to repurpose that into a reel, or maybe place that on your website, or maybe use it to get branding and sponsorships. The possibilities are endless with that. But you want to get a really good piece of content where you can showcase and highlight your excellence and your expertise. And then your meals and your drinks and your snacks while you're at the resort, and you get your content journal workbook. And then there's some optional excursions as well. So let's get into it. Day one, this is what the resort looks like, right? It is on the water, it is on the beach, and it has its own private pool as well. This is a secured space. You cannot get on this property if you don't belong. Okay, you do not belong. It is absolutely gorgeous. It has golf course, it has tennis courts, it has all the things, right? And then there's going to be an orientation or welcome session. And then that evening, we're going to the floating bridge, which is one of the premier attractions of Curacao. It's tons of eateries there. It kind of gives you the vibe of Curacao that first night, right? Now, on day two, we're going to really dive into storytelling with our content, right? And there is a walking tour. So we're going to have breakfast. Then we're going to do a walking tour in the morning because the sun is not nigh in the morning. So we want to get that out the way. And then in the afternoon, we're going to really push through on the storytelling of our content. And that's going to go back to mapping out your content creation calendar. In the evening, you've got free time, but your lifestyle photo shoot for content, that's the time that we're going to do. It's going to be in two parts because of the number of people. And we want to make sure that everybody has time to get that content out. So you'll be working on your own content. And then we do have a photographer that will be there as well, our own personal photographer that will be able to create content for you in real time. That late evening, we go to Mambo Beach, which is known for their entertainment. They have two DJs at two different sections of Mambo Beach, tons of eating as well. It's really a good vibe. I enjoy Mambo Beach. Day three, we're going to be working more on content strategy, and we're going to have free time. But in that morning, we got to wake up with a gentle Pilates session. And we got to resuscitate our bodies with some breakfast. And then we're going to really dive into the annual content calendar creation. And this is important because if you just get the broad strokes of what your calendar looks like, you're able to bring that calendar back to your VA or whoever your partner is, or even yourself. And you can say, okay, I don't have to think what I'm going to work on in June. I don't have to think about what I'm creating in November because you've already mapped out the broad strokes. And that's important for long range and long-term content strategy, right? And then the afternoon is more free time. Now you can do a number of things. You can do underwater walking tour, which is my personal favorite. You can go swimming with the turtles, ATV riding. You can go to West Punt, which is on the other side of the beach, of the island, or you can just relax at the resort. Now, Curacao has 35 beaches. I'm sure you can find something to do in the afternoon. I'm sure. And then you have a free evening to enjoy the beach or the resort or get into whatever it is you want to get into. Now, day four is a yacht day. It is a full day because that's us. When we went to Curacao, that's us on our yacht day. We left at 9 a.m. We pulled back into the dock at 6 p.m. It is all day, people. It is all day. It is all day. It includes a buffet lunch, a full bar. We're not playing on yacht day, okay? So a quick breakfast at the resort, and then we got to drive on over to jump on our yacht. And this is going to be your opportunity to swim and snorkel. I don't do any of that, but I do like to float around in the water. As I said, lunch is on board, and then dinner at the resort when we get back. Now, day five is the D-Day. That's the day where it's lights, cameras, action. That's where we're recording the live podcast inside of our working with our partner business in Curacao. We're going to start the morning off right. We got to stretch, we got to move, we got to do all the things, okay? So we're going to start with a gyrokinesis session. And let me tell you something about gyrokinesis. Gyrokinesis is a format that teaches you how to stretch the body, create more mobility in the body. You can do it sitting down. This is going to be very key because you're going to have exercises that you're going to be able to take back home with you. A whole exercise video that I've made specifically for you and your group so that you can take this home, pop it in, pull it up on your phone, and kind of do some stretches as you're working on your business. Because I know that you are sitting in front of the computer for long periods of time. So gyrokinesis is just what the doctor ordered. We're going to have breakfast at the resort, and then we're going to get ready to go to Boho 6. Now, Boho 6 is an amazing spot. And the rest of the afternoon is free. After we do the recording, you get to do whatever it is you want to do. So you're good to go. Now, that's me swimming under the water. Now, I'm going to tell you, I don't swim. Okay. Oh, was it a little scary? Just a little anxious in the beginning when you first got to go under the water, but I wasn't scared. The staff is so amazing. They made sure that we were accommodated very well. We knew exactly how to stay safe under the water. So that's one of the excursions that you have the option to select from, right? And then day 6 is our reflection, empowerment, and our departure day. So breakfast at the resort and then free time before you depart. And it's time for you to just resonate on the amazing time that you had, some aha moments, some things that were uncovered, and some things that you want to really implement when you get back. So that in of itself is what the itinerary looks like. I want you to think about your group, your tribe, your people. I want you to think about who do you think would enjoy that type of experience, because that's what we're creating. We're creating experiences. But I'm not even done. You get to participate. Whether you come or whether you don't come, you still get to participate. Let's say that you have a book that would be great for the audience that is going to be on this retreat, right? Black women in power, assertive Black women, confident Black women, women that need more confidence. I don't know. Whatever your book is, let's say you're an author. Maybe you just say, hey, I want to slide my books into the swag bag, right? So that I can get my more people to lean into my business or shift in my direction, right? Maybe you're a coach. Maybe there's something you say, hey, I can't come on this trip, but I definitely do have a short mini course that I want to give to all of the participants so that it can add to their swag bag and to their experience of creating content, right? There's so many ways that you can become a part of this with who you are and your superpowers, whether you come on this trip or not. But if you do decide to come on this trip, the compensation for everyone that you pull in is $300. So $300 times 10 pays for your entire 5 night stay and airfare while you're there. 10 people, right? So that cuts your cost. Well, let's say that you do a little bit more. Then that means the rest is just extra revenue for you. What if you can't come and the dates coincide with something that you already have planned on your calendar? Because I know you're busy. You don't have to come. You can just generate more revenue. Suggest this to your tribe and have 3 to 5 to 7 of your tribe members come along. And now you've got some extra revenue for something that you didn't really have to do. You literally just shared the opportunity. So I want you to start thinking about like what that looks like for you. And I want you to start thinking about the people that are in your community, because remember, we're creating experiences and we're pushing our businesses forward together. Inside of our community, I want each and every one of you to know that this could also be possible for you and your community. Let's say you've got a spot that you're like, that's my spot. It's my heart spot. It's my favorite spot. I would love to do a retreat, but I don't know how to do it. Let's talk about it. Let's flesh it out. Let's see if we can create some time and space in 2025 that you can do your own retreat. Now, this retreat is April the 10th through the 15th. It's during spring break. It's right before tax season. I already know one of the pain points you're going to say. You're probably going to say, oh, I might need to get my taxes done. Nope. Everybody who signs up for this retreat gets a whole coaching session with one of my clients who is a CPA and an accountant. I helped her. She came to me because she wanted a product for Black Friday, and we started working the first week of November. And by Black Friday, her book was completed. It was uploaded on Amazon, and she had copies to sell for Black Friday. I depend on her to make sure she lets all of us know what to look out for each tax season. So look out for that workshop. But she's also going to be available to you if you need to get your business taxes completed, because we're not taking taxes to Curacao. That's what we're not going to do. We're going to celebrate taxes being done, and we're going to celebrate the new business that we're going to create and reinvigorate while we're on this trip. So if there's a trip of your own, a special place that you're like, I would love to do a retreat like that, We can do that in 2025. We can even do it in 2026. We can do it every year. Because remember, whatever our zone of genius is, we're going to put it inside of this collective melting pot, and we're going to share our superpowers so that we all grow. So let me know if you have any questions. Type those things in the comment, and I can't wait to work with you a little bit more. All righty. Talk to you soon. Peace.
I love how modern it is and the open space. And even as an individual, you can have your own individual space when you need it, and then you have space for everyone to come together and just have a community. So give you that community, the individualized community feel.
Yep, the villa is beautiful. I really like being here. It's very spacious. I love the view. It's so pretty. It's just a good atmosphere to be in right now. The villa is beautiful. It's better than I expected. The infinity pool is my favorite part. My room is nice and cool. Has this very comfortable bed. It's just everything I dreamed of. I'm so happy our host picked this villa for us.